Knock, knock.
Hi, good morning, Busy Bee friends. I miss you so much. My favorite time of the day is when you come to school and I get to greet you at the door. So we're going to pretend we're having a day of school right now. Welcome to my home, and I'm going to talk you through a typical day of school. So come on in. So this is our schedule for the day. This is a typical schedule for Busy Bees. The first thing we do for our friends that arrive in the first room is we do morning meeting. And then we tell the kids what they're going to do in the art room. And that's when we do our science activity or our art activity while all of our centers are open. And then we switch rooms and they go into the block room. And we do activities in center time in the block room. Then we do story and calendar. Then we do a music and movement activity, snack time, and then we go outside. And that's where you get picked up, unless you're a lunch buncher. So let's go do those things. Hi, now we're in morning meeting. And usually in morning meeting, we greet each one of you as you come into school. So I'm gonna do a little rhyme that we do every day. This is my son, Brian. Since I don't have any Busy Bees friends with me, he's gonna show us how we do our Bumblebee song. And it goes like this. Bee, bee, bumblebee, won't you say your name for me? I'll go first. Mrs. Shields. Can you clap that? Mrs. Shields. Bee, bee, bumblebee, won't you say your name for me?
Brian.
Can you clap that? Brian. Now it's your turn. Bee, bee, bumblebee, won't you say your name for me? Can you say your name? Good. Now clap it. Awesome job. So when we do morning meeting, we introduce the letter of the week on Monday morning. We do this with our Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. And the next letter was going to be the letter M. And the letter M is made with 4 big lines. Now, your children know that term. We can make any letter of the alphabet using big line, big curve, and little curve. So the letter M is made with big line, big line, big line, big line. And when you're writing it, you can try this by doing it in the air. You get your finger and you always start your letters at the top and you make a big line, frog jump back up to the top, big line, big line, big line. And we do this with our chalkboards, but you can do this with a regular piece of paper. And a little tiny crayon is great, or a golf pencil, because it forces them to use the correct grip. So we're gonna try making the letter M. And it goes like this. Big line, frog jump back up to the top. Whoop. Big line, big line, big line. And that's how we make the letter M. Now you can try. Once morning meeting is over, now it's time for you all to be able to do art or science. Or you can choose a center in the classroom. Right now I'm going to show you a pretty cool science experiment that you can try at home. Maybe you have all of these things in your home and you can try it. This is a rain cloud experiment. This is a cup filled with water almost to the top, maybe 3/4 of the way. And then you take some shaving cream and squirt it to the top. That's your cloud. And now we have some water here. And we turned it blue. My son Kevin just came in the door. You can say hi to Kevin, that's okay. Hi Kevin. He went to Busy Bees when he was your age. Welcome home. Thanks. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna pretend that the cloud is getting full of rain. and water and moisture. And what happens is out in the real world with clouds on a nice sunny day, the water in the earth, in puddles and in lakes and rivers, they get heated up with the sun and it evaporates the water up into the sky. And eventually, on cloudy days, the water gets so heavy in the clouds that they come down in the form of rain. And this shows us kind of a pretend rain cloud. So I have water here, I have my cloud, and I'm gonna make it rain. And what I'm doing is, this is a little pipette. Pipettes are great for kids to use. It's really good for their fine motor skills. But if you don't have one, you can use a spoon. I actually stole this from my immune support that I've been taking. So you can get creative and find one maybe in your house. I squeeze it, and I'm gonna think, how many squeezes do I think it's gonna take until the rain cloud gets so full that the rain comes down into the water? How many squirts do you think that this will hold? Think to yourself. Here's one. I'm gonna squirt the whole thing. One. Actually, I can do it by drops too. 2, 3. I'm just gonna keep dropping it and see how many it takes. And look into the water. I think it's starting to get heavy. The cloud can't hold any more water. It's gonna let it go. Is it raining yet? Almost. It's raining, it's pouring. So you can try that at home. Be sure you count each drop though as you do it. That's our rain cloud experiment. Did everybody get a chance to do the science experiment? Okay, it's time to line up and we're gonna go into the block room now. This is where we get to see our friends from the other room that we haven't seen yet today, and we all wave, hi! And then we go into the block room. And I'm gonna show you an activity that we would have done in the block room. And this is a rolling dice game. This is a tens count card that I love to use. And it helps them counting to 10. And I'm simply using a dice. We roll the dice. Oh, I got a 1. And I pick up 1. These are little pieces of, do you know what kind of flower this is? These are little pieces of forsythia I picked from my bush this morning. I'm gonna put 1 on my card. I wonder how many rolls it's gonna take me to fill up my card. 2. I love using tweezers. It's really good for fine motor skills. It strengthens up those fingers, helps children get ready to write. A 2. Boy, I'm not rolling very big numbers. 1, 2. And looking at dice is really helpful for kids. It's called subitizing. If they can look at the number, that's not really hard, but if they can look at the dots and without counting, if they know how many it is, that's subitizing. 1. Do you know what number that is? I think that's exactly what I need. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you don't have tweezers, that's fine. You can just pick them up with your hands. And now I have 10. Nice job. So after everybody's had a chance to have center time in the block room, where they've had a chance to play a game at the round table, many of them like to dress up, play with the blocks, do different activities there, play at the store. Then we clean up and we get into story and calendar time. Now Mrs. Hooper's already read you a springtime story, so hopefully you've had a chance to hear her do her story. And now I'm going to just give you an example of what we do during calendar time. I don't have the Busy Bee calendar at home with me, but these are great to have at home. Just desktop calendars or wall calendars that you can write on. And you can see the days of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then we can count up the days that we've had already. We've already had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What number comes after 9? 10. Today is Tuesday, March 10th, 2020. And that's how we do our calendar time. And then we do our Weather Watcher song. And that's when our helper of the day gets to be our Weather Watcher. And we all do this little chant. This is one of our Weather Watcher chants. We do, Weather Watcher, what do you see? Tell us what the weather's like, won't you please? Why don't you all go look out your window right now and see what the weather is? Right now, at my house, it's sunny. The weather is sunny. And that's how we do story, calendar, and weather. Okay, once we finish story and calendar, then it's time to switch rooms again. So we're gonna line up and we're gonna go back into the art room. And as we walk to the art room, we get to see our friends that are changing rooms on the other side of the hallway. And then we sit down on a flower, we do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we usually sing a few songs. And since I've had a little extra time, I've been trying to learn the ukulele. And so I'm gonna sing one of my favorite songs, and hopefully you can sing along with me. Perhaps yesterday you made a shaky egg that Mrs. Hooper taught you how to do, and you can grab your shaky egg and shake it along as you sing the song. And it goes like this. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You make me giggle, you make me laugh, with all the funny things you do. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I love you all very much.